Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Wow, my brows are thick AF today. I did not mean to make them that thick, but I wanted to do my eyebrows first because today, if you couldn't tell from the title, I am recreating a Kylie Jenner makeup look. I'm recreating this look that Kylie wore in San Francisco the other day. I saw this and I was just immediately inspired, mostly because this color is one of the most fun colors I've ever seen. And when I saw Kylie's makeup like that, it was immediately drawn to me. I'm like, oh my God, I have a color like that. I don't really know how to use it. So I just kind of drew inspiration from it. Now, this is my second attempt. I did already try it once. I just kind of wanted to try just to see if I could even attempt it, if I could get it similar. My first attempt, I do believe, was pretty good. However, I think I know a little bit more now. So that's why I wanted to film it for you guys. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys, like, you know, you don't need to have a celebrity makeup artist and all these bougie brands to be able to recreate these looks. So that's just kind of what my hope was today. I've had a really fun time the first time trying it. It actually kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone just because I did a lot of things different than I normally do my makeup. And I actually got a lot of good feedback the first time I tried it just because I posted it on Instagram and Facebook. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, anything like that, you definitely should. I'll leave all my information like I always do down below, but you guys should definitely check out my Instagram. I love it so much. I've been really active on Instagram and Snapchat, so I would just love if you guys check that out. I don't want this intro to be too long because I am going to really take my time explaining things and doing my makeup. So that's what we're doing today. I know I did my hair all curly. I'm wearing some jewelry and stuff. I really just wanted to, you know, bring out my inner Kylie Jenner. And my philosophy is if you look good or if you feel good, yeah, if you look good, you feel good. So that's what we're doing. I hope you guys are excited for this makeup tutorial. I have Kylie Jenner's picture right here for inspiration. Her brows do look really precise and it does look really sculpted around there. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to start, we're going to be using a couple different palettes just because this palette is pretty warm toned. And even though Kylie does use a very similar color to this, her outside color is very cool toned brown, so that's what we're going for. So yeah, we're gonna start out. I'm actually gonna carve out my brows real quick. Okay, so I'm going to take this blending brush from e.l.f. It really doesn't look like a blending brush to me. It's more like flat, and I think it would be good to just kind of like start with my Shape Tape concealer, and I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand because I really don't want to fuck this up. So I'm just going to dab it on the brush and just kind of sculpt out my brows. Maybe I should do this more often. Looks like it kind of goes out. And I'm just going to drag that down just because I am going to use concealer for my eyeshadow base. And then, as far as I can tell, it looks like she sculpted out the top too, so I'm going to try to do that as well. Maybe just on the tail end. Maybe I should take a little more time on my brows. I feel like that could change a look. Alright, cool. That looks pretty good. So I'm just going to take the rest of whatever's on my hand and just kind of, there really wasn't that much left, so I'm just going to put a dot on each of my eyes and just blend that in with my finger. Alright, so now that we have a base down, the first thing I'm going to do is put a white shade underneath my brow. Looks like Kylie's brows are really... I'm gonna go close that window real quick just because the light is kind of fucking with me. All right, I know it's still kind of bright, but I hope that helps a little bit. So this palette does have a pretty nice bone white shade, so I'm going to take this e.l.f. concealer brush once more and just take it and put it right under the brow. Like, I really want it to be concentrated under the brow, but then I also want to just kind of put it all over the eye just to set down a base. Okay, so I think that looks really good. My brows are definitely thicker than Kylie's. Ooh, I went in with a really thick brow, but you know, we're just gonna roll with it. That is part of the learning experience. rolling with the punches. So when I first did this look, I tried to use this color in the I Think I Love You palette, which is called Screw It, but it's just a little too warm brown. So I'm actually going to take my e.l.f. Mad for Matte palette because I think it has a good mix of cool and warm tone shades. So I'm actually going to take this third to the last shade right here and put that as a kind of wash of color on this edge, just because she does have a darker, smokier color, almost black. So I'm gonna just take a fluffy brush. I really should have cleaned my brushes before this, but you know, wouldn't be a tailor tutorial that way. And we don't want it to be too dark out here. I mean, it is pretty dark on her edge, but it definitely is more of like a wash. And also it looks like hers is more smudged on the lower lash line. So I'm going to kind of dull this down once so I'm gonna build it up just to dull it back down. This is just the process when I'm looking at this picture. And I'm really focusing on the outer. If you can tell, I'm not really taking it into the inner corner at all. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to take a clean, or kind of clean, fluffy brush just to kind of like wash that out just a little bit. Kylie's is not as dark. So next up, I'm just going to take a Luxie 213 brush. It's a little flatter dome brush. Using that same color, I'm just going to kind of smudge that on my lower lash, or on my upper lash line, just to kind of almost give it the effect of liner, but like a more grungy look. So yeah, now we have that going. This look looks pretty simple, to be honest. There's only a few shades. However, up here it does look like she uses a little bit of a warmer tone shade. So I'm going to go with a different brush than I used the first time and go in with third shade in the Mad for Matte palette right here. And you can just tell that's a little bit warmer and just not as deep. And that'll just kind of flush these two colors together, give it a good gradient, and lighten it up a lot. I hope. This color looks like it goes in pretty far. I think Kylie's eyes are a little bit bigger than mine, so I'm not gonna bring it all the way into the socket, but I think that's pretty similar for right now. One other mistake that I also made was I don't think I put enough of this of the yellowy green shade in my inner corner. It just didn't pop as much as Kylie's did, so I'm really gonna try and build that up this time. But as far as I can tell, those are the only like colors she really uses on her lid. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to. The first time I did not carve out the inner corner, but I think I might just put a tiny bit of concealer down just to make that yellow pop a teeny tiny bit more. So I'm just going back in with the Tarte Shape tape, going back in with the e.l.f. brush. I'm going to wipe it off so there's no shadow on it, but since that shadow was so light, I don't think it'll be an issue. And just kind of dab it on and just put it right in the inner corner. I'm really not doing a cut crease. I just really want the shadow to pick up and really be vibrant, so that's just why I'm adding it. Same thing with the other eye. So now that we have that concealer down, you know, I'm going to start with a brush, but if the brush doesn't work, I'm just going to take this e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. It's just a flat brush like this, and try and just pack that on. So this is, again, in the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette. And I believe this shade is called Let's Do It. Woohoo. Wow, 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 wow. That's really good. So adding the concealer definitely helped pick it up a lot more than last time, and I really like it. I think I brought it in a little too far into the inner corners, so I'll just take a makeup wipe when I like get all this gone. There is a teeny bit of fallout, but honestly not as much as I was expecting. So there we go. We have the color down. I think it turned out really good. I think I really carved out the right places. So once again, I'm just going to go back in with the brush I used when we used the warm tone shade. There it is. I almost lost it. And just kind of create that top bit once more. Oh my god, yes. Okay, so honestly, I think first, before I get carried away, I am going to just put a little bit of the bone shade under my eye, again, under my eyebrow once more, just to really make the brow pop, because it looks like Kylie's is pretty intense, and I did bring my eyeshadow up pretty far. All right, I totally forgot to grab a makeup wipe, so I'll be right back. Okay, so looking at Kylie's picture, her line is super sharp. So I'm just gonna clean out my inner corner real quick, just because I do think I brought that in a little too far. And then I'm just literally going to make this super sharp. Just use my nail and just scrape it. Yeah, okay, so cool. So for foundation and primer combo, Kylie's skin looks extremely matte. She's barely wearing any highlight. She looks very doll-like. So I'm going to go in with the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance. This is kind of a boost primer, but I don't know. I don't see a lot of radiance in it. To me, it just kind of evens out my skin. I really like it a lot. I got it in an Ipsy bag, and this duo for me is just really good. And you guys know me, I always put on my foundation first, so this is like so weird. And then for foundation, I'm fairly certain this is not the foundation Kylie Jenner used. However, I'm going to go in with my Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This has just been honestly such a staple for me lately. I can't stop using it. It is one of the best foundations of life. I'm going in with the shade 228 Soft Tan. I just got this sponge, you guys, and I'm still debating on how much I like it. However, I was excited to use it for this because it has like this sharp edge, and I don't want to mess up my eyeshadow. So it would just make me so upset. It's so weird for me because I'm used to just like haphazardly putting on foundation, so trying to avoid my brows, trying to avoid my eyeshadow is like really weird for me. Of course, Kylie Jenner has perfect skin, so we want to make sure we are really working this in, covered, beautiful, flawless. Okay, so now that I think we're really blended, we're going to go in with concealer, and this is when you really like become really cut. Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner's under eyes look really bright, so hopefully this will be good enough. I am going in with Tarte Shape Tape shade Light Neutral because Kylie has absolutely no bags under her eyes. They look extremely flawless, so I want to be flawless. But then also I have to take into account this picture was probably edited. Is that a word? Edited? Yeah, I think so. This picture was probably extremely edited. And this is just me. This is just real life, okay? So let's hope. Oh, you know what? I need to put a little bit around my nostrils because I don't know. People do that now, right? It looks so good right now. I think I should just go like this.
Woo! That's sharp, baby. Now we're really getting on Kylie look. Kylie's face looks like highlighted, but
I don't know. I'm just trying to live. I think I put way too much concealer right here. Honestly, I think I just may have put like way too much concealer everywhere. But, you know, I just want to be flawless. That's it. I just want to be flawless. You know what? I think we look good. I think it looks really, really, really good. Definitely Kylie baked under her eyes, I want to say. So we're going to bake under our eyes. We're going to go with a banana powder because banana is meant for brightening. So we're going to do that. I'm using my Pierre banana setting powder. We're just going to, you know, do the damn thing. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. This is a look right here. Her chin looks pretty bright too. So I'm gonna let that sit. Typically when I let that sit, I would like do my eyebrows or something, but I don't have my eyebrows to do, and I really don't want to move on to contour yet because I want to let this sit for a minute. So let's just chill, okay? Okay, so now that that's been sitting for a couple minutes, we're just gonna dust it away. Okay, so next up I'm going to set the entire face because Kylie is extremely matte in this picture, and we definitely don't want to look patchy or anything. So I'm going to go in with my Fit Me loose setting powder or loose finishing powder in the shade 15. Extremely deceiving product, so just be aware of what's going on. I just want to set my face and just make sure our foundation and concealer and all that whatever you put in. But I'm going to try and avoid my under eyes just so I don't, you know, just so I don't lose any of that brightness. All right. So now that we are set, I'm just gonna take this brush one last time just to make sure there's no excess powder on the face. Okay, so when I look at Kylie, she does not look shimmery bronzer at all, and she actually doesn't look like she has a super intense contour. It almost looks like she just used bronzer and nothing else, so that's what I'm going to do. So you guys, I sure you know when I say I cannot stop using this. This is the Butter Bronzer in the shade Deep Bronzer. This is the darkest shade they have, so they definitely need to create some more shades, but I'm going to use a Aesthetica P12 brush. Okay, so the other thing I really noticed when looking at this picture is Kylie's. So it doesn't look like she contoured, but she definitely has like more of a cut defined bronze. So I'm just going to go back in with my sponge and just go in with the banana brightening powder one more time and just kind of cut and bake the jaw. So we can just really like look snatched, but like effortlessly snatched, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So we're gonna let that sit there for a minute while we do our blush. So for blush, Kylie's blush is really pink and bright and pretty. So I decided, because hers is really like pinkish, I'm gonna go in with Twinkle Pink by e.l.f. I think that's just gonna really look cute with the look, and it just really, I feel like, matches what Kylie was going for. At least I think. Okay. I feel like that gave a really pretty sheen to the face, so now I'm going to wipe away this baking. Ooh, snatched. We are snatched, you guys. Okay, so in this picture that I can see, Kylie really isn't wearing a lot of highlight. It's more of a subtle glow, which, whatever. I'm going to pick. My bag of highlights were just open, and so everything just fell out. So like I said, it's really hard to tell what kind of highlight Kylie is using, what color it is, what, like, you know, sheen it has. So I'm just gonna go in with my most subtle highlight, which is the e.l.f. Baked Blush, or Baked Highlight, the shade Moonlight Pearls.
Hopefully this will give me like enough.
Okay, so I built up that highlighter, but I didn't want to build it up too much because it really doesn't seem like she used that much at all. It will. Okay, so now we're done with the face. I feel like it looks pretty similar as it can. So we're gonna finish out the eyes, the lips, and then we'll be done. Yay! Oh, and you know what? I totally forgot. Kylie totally snatches her nose, so we're gonna snatch our nose today.
Okay, so as far as I can tell, she really doesn't have a lot going on underneath her eye. So I'm really just gonna use this same Luxie 213 brush I used with this shade.
The cool brown one in here. And just, you know, kind of just line the under eye, just slightly. And I'm not even gonna go all the way in. I'm just gonna go about halfway, if not like 3/4 into my eye. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so last time one of my critiques was that my eyeshadow or my eyelashes weren't as full as Kylie's, because hers are not like out there outrageously fake eyelashes. They do look super natural, but I do think she is using a falsie, so I'm going to use a more natural falsie today. Okay, and then so for falsies, I'm gonna take probably the most natural ones I have. These are just Ardell wispies. This is like surgery. All right, oh my god, we have lashes, yes, we have lashes. Yeah, I'm just gonna start fickling with them. I think these look way better than this side, but you know, everything can't be perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it moving and finish this tutorial, right? Okay, so lips. Now, lips was kind of difficult just because Kylie in this picture has like really like nude lip, but like they're plump and they look like they have a little bit of gloss, and so I wasn't 100% sure on what to do. So I'm gonna start out with the NYX Lip Lingerie in Satin Ribbon and see how that works. Because it is pretty a light shade. I think this might be spot on. Maybe a little too light. Okay, hold up. Let me get another shade, 1 second. So I'm going to take one more of the NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Push Up to make it just a little darker. Oh yeah, that's way better. Oh yeah, that's it right there. I'm going to take the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine Lip Gloss in the shade Fuel. I really like this. It smells really good. However, don't put it too far back on your lips or else you get that gross gunk stuff and nobody likes that. I'm just going to pop this right in the center of my lips. And then to finish off any look, of course, we need setting spray. And that is it, guys. That is the final look. I feel like this one turned out a lot better than the other one. I think I really took my time. I hope this video isn't too long, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. I had so much fun recreating this for you. I really think it turned out cool and pretty. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys all so very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.